Hello everyone and welcome to iBasiac and welcome to another unboxing video. Well, outside it's blowing a gale, it's raining cats and dogs. So what better way to spend a rainy evening than unboxing another vacuum? And this is an Oreck! An Oreck handheld doobry, little cylinder vacuum. They used to bundle with the upright because of course an Oreck upright doesn't have tools attached or the option to attach tools to it. So Oreck produced a little handheld machine. Obviously this is not the original box. The cleaner itself is supposed to be new and unused. Well, I'll soon find out if that's the case. What a lovely, lovely bag. I'm wondering if this is supposed to come with the Oreck. Not sure. I think there should be some instructions. A little sort of a tote bag in a polka dot, teal polka dot colour. Let's have a look. It's possible that this is designed to hold all the cleaning tools. Yes, it does look new, it's just thrown in the box though. This is an unusual sort of material for the hose. It's quite flexible actually. Like a snake. You're hissing your S's like a snake. Yeah, it looks, that end though. There's signs that it's had something put in there, the extension wand. Anyway, here's the handle. No suction control. It does swivel though. Doesn't appear to swivel this end, but it might swivel when it's actually in the machine. So quite a short hose. This of course is designed really for above floor cleaning, not your main cleaning, because that would be taken up by your Oreck. This sort of machine though, this is a Crevice Tool, this sort of machine would be ideal if you've got something like a G-Tech air ram or maybe a Vaxair cordless. The air ram of course doesn't have any ability to clean above the floor. The Vaxair cordless models do, but the suction on those is pretty weak. So if you've got one of those models, this would be a good companion. That looks quite a good nozzle actually. That's your sort of upholstery furniture stair nozzle. It's got quite a dense brush to help deal with pet hairs and things. It's pretty good, that. Yes, I'm quite impressed so far. It does feel like it's quite well made. I was expecting a few bits stuck on this. I don't think it's been used, it's just got bits stuck to it. I was expecting, I think probably this could be made in China, I don't know. But I was expecting it to be quite cheap feeling, but actually, so far, everything feels fairly good quality. Not up to Sibo, of course, or Miele, but you know, it isn't bad at all. That seems like quite a good brush. There's a great big gap here. So possibly that might deal with snow ploughing, or actually it will stop snow ploughing, because as you can see there is a brush that goes all the way around, but having that cutout in the middle, any larger particles like cat litter or dry dog food, etc., might pass through that and straight into the airstream. Pretty good. Now this is definitely unused because it's still got its protective cover on, which I will remove now because I want to feel the softness of the brushes. They look synthetic. Yeah, it's not bad, but it is quite hard. Okay for doing your picture rails, your skirting boards, your ceiling fans, but a bit too hard for doing more delicate things like your TV screen. I wouldn't use that on a TV screen. I think they look like they're a standard 32mm diameter. Again, here's the extension ones. Now they're plastic, but I have to say they do feel pretty good. All in all, so far it feels, that's a pretty solid plastic tube. I can't see that will flex. Some of these cheaper cleaners, the plastic tubes, if you put too much pressure on, you can feel them flexing. Before too long, you know they're going to start cracking. But these actually, they seem very good, very rigid, but very light, which is what you want. You want rigidity. I'll pop that to one side. You want rigidity, but you want lightness. Some sort of adapter there. This does belong to the machine by the looks of it. Not sure what it's for with that cutout. I wonder if this is, it might be, yes, I think you can use this as a handheld without the hose. Perhaps that is for that. But I've got the instruction book, fortunately, so that's okay. I don't think that belongs. That's for hanging something up in a shop. I don't think that belongs in the box. Here is a little caddy that you can put the tools on. That must attach to the cleaner itself. We're getting to the cleaner, don't worry. I'm saving, hopefully, the best to the last. Here we go. Oreck XL, simply amazing, it says. I'm just looking. Yes, it has got the strap, but it's attached. Seems to have everything. And it's strong enough to pick up a bowling ball. Now, I'm sure if I rigged something up like this with a funnel, if I had a bowling ball, I'm sure I could get many vacuum cleaners to pick up a bowling ball, even ones with relatively weak suction. It's all theatre, that sort of thing. The latest one I've seen on HSN, I think it was, on YouTube, Julie Truster, who is the demonstrator for Hoover and other brands under the TTI umbrella, she shows a Hoover Air, which is known as a Vax Air in the UK, and she shows it actually attached to the wall. They've modified the base plate to provide a suction seal, but that's what they tend to do. There's other things they've... oh yes, it is. It is what I thought. This is the adapter tube that enables you to connect the small... there we go, just there. The small nozzle directly to the machine without having the hose. I can't see that would be very useful. You know, it's better to have the hose on, surely. You can get into more nooks and crannies with the hose. So I think, yes, it does take bags. There are no bags with it. I've seen bags online, so I know I can get bags for it. Yeah, so there we go. Let's have a look at the machine. Again, it doesn't feel half bad. It's got the cord storage. Does one of the hooks? Yes, one of the hooks moves. Now, it's lighter. It is new. It just needs a wipe. It's lighter than Hoover Porter Power. If any of you are familiar, I know America. I think you can still buy a Hoover Porter Power under the commercial lineup in America. And we got several variants of the Porter Power. That is certainly lighter than a Porter Power. So far I'm pretty impressed, actually. So that's been attached, the carry strap. It wouldn't have been attached when the machine had left the factory. And there's a little bit of scuffing here. I'm not too concerned. It doesn't look used. I'm trying to find a rating. Oh, it's on the back here. Let's have a look. Doesn't say where it's made. I know Oreck used to be made in the USA. I'm not sure if the Canister used to be, but of course now Oreck are under the TTI umbrella, aren't they? Fairly recently, at the time of making this video. So I believe Oreck now are made in China. So what's the wattage? I've no idea. Let's have a look. It's only 500 watts. Seems to have a blowing outlet, so that's handy for blowing. Let's check. Yes, of course it is a UK model because it's got a UK plug on it. relatively longish flex. The flex feels fairly good quality. There's the fitted plug. It's got the protector still on it, so there we go. That's a UK 3-pin plug it's got the insulated live and neutral pin and the longer earth pin. So when you put that into a UK socket has, normally anyway, the earth and the neutral parts of a UK socket are shuttered to stop little kiddies putting their fingers in or other objects. So when you actually put a UK plug into a UK socket, because the earth pin is longer, the earth pin goes in first and it actually lifts or opens the two shutters, and then you can push the plug in. Very safe design. It's got a 5 amp fuse. You don't need a 13 amp fuse for this because it's a 500 watt motor. Well, all in all, I'm pretty happy with this. It took ages for me to get this because I wasn't in when Parcel Force tried to deliver, and instead of delivering next day like they normally do, and I would have been in the next day, they took it to a local post office, which isn't very convenient for me. But anyway, it got moved to another post office in a very rough area, so I had to wait to get a lift. Right, it has been used. Not much, but it has been. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I was within an hour of having this sent back to the sender because I left it so long, and they'd actually done the paperwork or something, and it was going to be collected, so I got there in the nick of time. It's been used. That's the end cap for the bag compartment, a little flap there. It says lock on it. There's a little locking device. Now it's too late to moan to the seller now. I'm going to have to buy some more bags. I'm not bothered, you know, it is more or less new. Let's just see how much dirt is in here. Not very much, but there we go. It has been used. Buyer beware with eBay. Tiny little pre-motor filter. Looks like there's no post-motor filter, or if there is, it's not one you can get to. So, very small. I expect I could improve things with a better filter, maybe a Caterpillar air clean filter, but it's, you know, whoops, for what it is, it's obviously not going to have a HEPA filtration level, but allergies, I'm not bothered by allergies fortunately, so we'll see if this gets used. I don't know, hopefully it won't be too noisy. I will, of course, I'll do a demo of this. I'll need to get some more bags. I have seen, as I say, I think bags are fairly widely available. I've certainly seen them on Amazon. So it's nice that it'll stand on its end because it's got a flat bottom. It will stand on its end when you need to remove the bag. It's got quite a good seal, the white seal around the top, so the bag just fits in there. Oh yes, I'll just see. Let's have a look. Just want to check something. There's no mention of that little bag that I've thrown into the background. Oh, if I can reach it. There's no mention of this, so I don't know if any of you know, especially my American viewers who may be more familiar with Oreck than my UK viewers. Would this have come with it? It looks like it would fit everything in. Well, I say everything. Yeah, you wouldn't get the extension tubes in, but I think mostly everything else would go in. But I'm not sure if that's meant to be. Anyway, let's pop the... I'm sure I read somewhere that it was a bit awkward to put the bag in. It was a very tight fit. Now, I don't know if there's, I think the bag goes in either way. I don't think there's any special way it goes in. But it is a little bit awkward. Yeah, that's it. That's in, and let's pop the bag door in place. I think I'd locate it at the top first. Push it, that's it, and then turn the little dial. That's it, that's locked in place. What else? Well, I think that's it. Let's now, does the hose go in, or do I need, I'm not sure. No, I don't think I need that adapter with the hose. The hose is a twist lock. I do like that. This might be useful, yes. You can see where they've had a nozzle on there. This nozzle's been used. I think this is the one that has dust inside it. Obviously that hadn't been because it was wrapped up. That hasn't been used. I think what they've done is use that. It's quite comfy to hold, I think, for stairs. Now that little brush there reminds me of the brush on Sebo nozzles. That Sebo's all-purpose sort of upholstery nozzle has a sort of a dense brush like that, and it is quite good for sort of agitating the pile and releasing sort of pet hairs and things. You often do have to pick muck off the brush, but it's easy to do. Right, let's see where this goes actually before I switch on. I'm expecting it to be quite loud somehow. I don't know why I think it will be, but I understand Oreck vacuums are quite loud. I've not had an Oreck yet. I've used that Vax model, the Vax VCU02, which is similar style to an Oreck, but it's not an Oreck. Many vacuums are loud anyway, but apart from, well, I've got that. They've got the AEG vacuum, and I don't really want to force anything. I don't want to force it on. Oh dear. I don't want to force it on and have another disaster. 6. Attach caddy. Locate caddy and place appliance on a firm non-slip surface or hold in your lap. Grasp handle firmly. Place end of caddy in outside indent, then strongly push. Right, oh, hang on. I've been a bit previous attaching the hose. Oh, heck. The caddy is, I think it's that way up. Let me just check the picture. Yes. There's two little recesses on either side. I'm not going to do it on camera because I don't want to break it. So what I'm going to do now for you good people is plug the Oreck in. Just give it a quick go. Judge the suction, judge the noise level, and you'll be seeing this little vacuum later on. I can see this would be ideal for the car, wouldn't it? It's so small, you can easily use it in your car. Okay, let's see if it works. So far so good, apart from it's had very slight use, despite the fact it was described as brand new. I do like this hose actually, just a bit different. I was expecting something a bit more plasticky than that. Obviously it is plastic, but it does feel quite flexible. Okay, you're going to work. Please. That isn't bad. That's not a bad noise level, and for 500 watts, my stairs do need doing actually. I whipped round my house. We had visitors last night, and I just wanted to whip around everywhere quickly. So I did use the Vax upright, and I did even use it on the stairs, but you can't get right into the edges, and you can't do the risers of the stairs with the upright. I just did the main stair tread, just so it looked presentable, but I knew it wasn't up to Ibasiac standards. So this would be good. I might, I've got 2 flights of stairs, I might do my stairs with it, put it round my shoulder, put the strap on, sounds a bit rude, put this strap on here onto my shoulder, Oh dearie me. Right. Don't, Roger, you're a dirty boy. Dirty! Right, so yes, let's have another quick go. Let's Yes, I'm pleased with this. I can't remember how much it cost me. It wasn't a lot. It wasn't. I think it was on a buy it now. I expect if there was the option of offering a lower price, I probably offered something less than they asked for, and whatever, it was accepted anyway. Anyway, that's the blowing end. Very useful. Not many cleaners have a blowing function. What I'll do actually, in case there's any dust inside the nozzle, I'll direct it. Look at that. Ooh, the circle of life, look. Oops, it won't fit in. I've got the, it's going to be blowing into the sucking end. That's what you must do though, in case there's any dust inside the hose. Before you use a vacuum with a blowing function, you either direct the hose outside, or you direct it into the suction end, and then any dust inside won't be going everywhere, will it? There we go. Yes, I think it might be a bit quieter actually with the hose on, because it's muffling a lot of the noise that comes out the back. So that's very useful, especially with the Crevice Tool, for blowing dust out of areas you can't possibly reach with suction. Which what I mainly use it for is down the back of radiators and things. You can get a bit behind some radiators with some crevice nozzles, but you can't often get right down the back of radiators. So this is invaluable for that, because you just pop it at the top of the radiator, move it up and down, side to side, and any dust and hairs and whatever fluff that's behind your radiator gets blown out. Obviously you have to vacuum it up, but it dislodges it out of the way. So it's a very useful feature, so I'm pleased. Didn't know it had a blowing feature, but that is very, very useful. So all in all, it's a thumbs up for this little cleaner. I've obviously not used it properly, but first impressions, and I do normally, if I like something on first impressions, it does tend to be good. In my experience, obviously, if you want to buy one, it's up to you. But they're worth picking up. They're 10 a penny. I've noticed in the USA on eBay, even new ones. But they're fairly common to pick up. Some people, as I say, this hardly got used. Sometimes I think it might have been provided free when you bought the Oreck. Obviously, it's not free. You are paying for it, but obviously the marketing says, oh, get the free canister. So, very light, very utilitarian, but it looks like it might be a handy little tool for my stairs and my car. Not that I need another handy tool for those areas, but anyway, it's nice to look at, isn't it? So, there we go, that's the Oreck XL Handy Canister Bag. Full demo to follow. Let's just show you everything before I leave you. But all in all, yes, it's sort of a slight, you know, an improvement on the Hoover Porter Power. A little bit more. The Hoover Porter Power that we got in the UK never took bags. It was a cloth bag. I don't know if the USA had a bagged version. Not sure if you could get wheels for this actually. I know you could get a wheeled Porter Power. Yeah, you can't see that, can you? There we go. Anyway, that's it. Have I put everything there? That's everything for the picture. Little adapter tool, there's the caddy. So, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe, and you'll be updated every time I upload a new floor care video, which will include at some point a demonstration of this Oreck XL canister vacuum cleaner. Hopefully, at some point, I will get an Oreck upright to go with it. I know some people don't like them. What do they call them? Some people call them, was it old Rex or something? Just like some people call Dysons Dysoons. There's always going to be people that dislike things or like them. There'll be fans of Oreck and there'll be haters of Oreck, but that's what makes the world, isn't it? We can't all like the same things, but I quite like that. It's a nifty little appliance. So, once again, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you very, very soon.